I feel like it was yesterday we met each other.
Well, it's been 3 years. So
I know.
3 years. It's funny, I was thinking about this the other day. I was talking to our kids, the first time we walked into the gym, and I was like, oh man, that's Jay Will, And it's kind of funny just how we connected, just hanging out that first time. And of course, you know the story, but obviously playing basketball, I get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And
that was a big time injury for you, though. I was there. Yeah. I felt for you.
Well, Jamie Foxx was guarding me, like that.
All the guys guarded Jamie Foxx.
And the picture was like, I still have the picture where it's like me going up, me smiling at Jamie, me popping my Achilles, me looking back, and me frowning.
So wait, what's the picture of? Is the picture of you actually shooting the J? Okay, so you caught the positive imaging. Okay, yeah. Smart.
Yeah. So, but either way, I think. Sometimes I think things are meant to happen for a reason, because you think it was really, we kind of talked. I asked you for some advice from my daughter who was looking at different colleges at the time, and you gave us a lot of feedback. But it was really kind of the conversations we had as I was going through rehab, when you kept calling and checking in to see how I was doing. And
that's still right here in my brain, because I remember, first off, look, I had a bad accident, but I feel like, but look, it's bad relative to my life, right? So. And for somebody else, whatever they may be going through may be the most difficult thing, knock on wood, you go through. So I feel for you. There's empathy there.
But no, it was really good, because I think we really had a lot of conversations really more about life, talking about, kind of like the financials and talking about kind of what you wanted to do. And if those conversations never happened, we would never realize kind of the two forms. We were actually working on parallel forms, Well,
I think it's something very special, because I think the narrative needs to be out there more, because we've talked about this too. People don't talk about their finances. It's something that people feel ashamed of to a certain extent, especially if they're in a bad spot.
Yeah, I think, it's almost like they're embarrassed by it, but, today I heard this great story. We were at a meeting, and we were supposed to do like a presentation or start talking about this other product. And what I really liked, this one VP said, I don't want to talk about the product. I just got to tell you what happened recently. That we had an employee who was sitting down with a person who just became a member, literally this week, and went through all their finances, and they wound up refinancing them at lower rates, lower payments, and wound up saving over $800 a month.
Wow.
Now to me, that's like a game-changing moment.
Yeah.
$800 a month, you can actually save some money. You can actually, and have a game plan for paying off your debt. But you can start thinking about, education for your kids. You can really start seeing a better life. My goal is really to make visions matter. You've heard me say that as long as you've known me. And I've always found that you can't make something matter to someone unless it has a value to them. So for that person, $800 a month, right?
Goes a long way.
It goes a long way. You heard the tagline before from us that, money matters to our members and our members matter to us. So for us, any way we can do anything like that to really support and help them, I think that's critical. But then you come along, you start talking to the kids and the youth, but everyone who's watching the videos and output we have, they can see you're talking about this dialogue. Your story is pretty amazing from the sense that how many basketball players we both know, pro, who came in that money and now they don't have it.
Yeah, I think it's something, having a chance to talk to a lot of kids, and I think kids are great because it helps me open up the door for the parents.
Yeah.
Right? So when you're talking to the kids about finances or their aspirations or dreams to become professional athletes or whatever they want to accomplish, when you finally have that conversation with the family, I've had parents come up to me and say, I never knew I had these types of options.
Yeah.
And it was almost in a way they were too embarrassed to even do research about it, which brings me back to that point. Where did the inception of that theme, money matters to people, people matter to us, where did that come from?
It came during kind of our time together, and it started honestly when we were doing this undercover grocery bagger video. And
by the way, if you haven't seen this, you need to check this out, because I heard.
Yeah, when we were kind of going through it, there was a couple who were going through line, and they were actually really contemplating just something they could buy for lunch. And I wound up buying their groceries for them, and it was only $8, but the person started to tear up. And I just said to the person at the time, I was like, I get it, money matters. Money matters, and you matter to us. And they obviously, through the world of marketing, they found a much better way to say what I was trying to capture. But it was really just saying that, we're not for profit, and that's the beauty of being at the credit union. We can play the long game. I'm not here to try to make profit on my members. I'm trying to make enough profit that we can continue to grow, sustain. We try to do we try to do what's right for the membership, but we try to be fair to each member. Think about that. So if you're a member of a credit union, our goal is to help you versus some other random shareholder somewhere outside of the company. I'm not sitting here trying to figure out how I'm going to make these type of earnings this year. I'm thinking about how can I impact lives. We have 183,000 members right now. And when people always ask me, well, what do you want to be? Do you want to be a $4 billion credit? You want to be a $10 billion credit? I just want to help as many people as possible. If you talk to American Red Cross, they're sitting there going, man, I'm trying to save lives,
I feel like I've heard terms like that my whole life.
Yeah.
Impact the lives, save lives. And it comes from one of the most influential people in my life, my mother, who's a teacher in New Jersey. Worked as a teacher for over 20 years and became a guidance counselor finally, where she became a principal after working 35 years, finally starting to earn six figures. But teachers are something that I hold so dear to my heart. And it's actually, I feel like it's one of the most difficult jobs to have,
Absolutely.
right? Tell me about some of the things that you guys are doing for teachers.
Absolutely. So when we started thinking about New Jersey, here we are, this credit union is kind of blowing up and exploding and starting to really grow. As we started to expand into other markets, we started trying to figure out, well, what is the identity? We started looking at our members and what they were teachers. And so for us, it seemed really simple that, we had to do something that was really targeted around the people who really matter to us in that area. Now, everyone matters, but these people advocate for us there. And we want to find a way to give back to them. So we kind of created this program, Vision Loves Teachers, or educators is probably the more modern way to say that today. But in this program, we've been really trying to partner with them. One, we have an advisory council down there that helps give us guidance and direction on where we should be giving our money and community support. One of the things people don't realize is we give a lot of money to our community because we believe that's good business, but we also think that we want to make your entire life better.
And you have a lot of financial institutions that say they do, but they really don't.
Yeah, we actually have the pictures to show it as well as the checks that cleared to show it. It started to really click to me that the one thing we can do is really support the teachers in this particular market, in a particular area, because they really are the people that we were growing. They were the ones who've been championing for us. So we want to build programs around them. Also because of the stories like you were just saying, it's hard. It's a hard job. They clearly make a difference in our lives. I look at me, I would have never have done this. I would have never become what I am today if it wasn't for educators. And I would love one day that people were just like member fanatics, right? You know what a fan's like, when they're sitting there for you back in the day, rooting for you for whatever they're doing, for whatever sport or TV, whatever, ESPN. But for me, what I look at it now is that I want our employees to be fans of our members. So if you come in with the best price, providing the lowest interest rates on loans, the best dividend rates, eliminating to no or low fees, provide great service, and now you can just feel the staff is actually advocating for you.
They care about you.
You care about you? Like, how do you not continue to make an impact? You can see the pride almost when you come into the town. Literally, when you pull into our hometown, there's a sign saying, Visions is ahead. And on a lot of levels, I'm really proud of that. Every day I come in, it's a reminder of what we have to do and how important we are to that area and our community. When an employee or someone sends me a story, or I get a letter complimenting a staff member for doing something exceptional, one of the things I do, I literally climb up on my desk, and you see my desk. I stand on top of my desk. My 6'4" frame is only an inch from the ceiling.
I was going to say 6'3.5".
Oh, okay, 6'3". Yeah. Well, with the sneakers,
in the program.
With the sneakers though, I was hoping I could get a little bit more soul at it. But I literally get on my desk and I clap for them. We give them a standing ovation. And it's just saying that I want to reward the behaviors that I think are what are going to be differentiators for us. There's nothing that makes me more excited than literally getting a text or a tweet or a post where they say, oh my goodness, I was at this branch and they did this great job. And it's like, I just can't wait to see that employee or that person to thank them. I literally have the best job in the world. Like every day I'm sitting here thinking about how can I make the lives better for my members, my family, right? My extended family, all 183,000 of them.
I'll tell you one thing, the road that you guys are building here at Visions, it's a road a lot of people need to be on.
Yeah, I hope so. And hopefully, we'll sit down and have this interview in another 10 years when we've doubled again, and hopefully all those things I promised did come true. But I think that just having that opportunity to kind of sit in this role and kind of giving some insight of how lucky and fortunate we are to be employees of Visions and to help our members, but also hopefully help the future members in our community. It really is a blessing. It's a really true opportunity, and I appreciate the time sitting down with you as always.
Man.
All right, family. Thank you so much.